Captain Rick Shelford braved the fierce and unpredictable waters, scouring the stormy seas in search of his 25,000 pounds of fair dye. The waves crashed violently against his vessel as the crew fought to stay afloat amidst confusion and chaos. But beyond the turbulent waters, a far greater storm was brewing, one that threatened to sink Deadliest Catch itself. The hit reality show that captivated millions is now facing a shocking end, and the reason behind its downfall will leave you speechless. Rumors and whispers have begun to surface, dark secrets and hidden truths that could spell the end of one of television's most dangerous and captivating shows. Fame, after all, comes with a price. As the popularity of Deadliest Catch soared, so did public curiosity about the lives of the rugged fishermen it made famous. Yet some secrets, once revealed, can destroy everything. What began as a subtle sense of unease has now become reality. The truth is finally out, and it might mark the end of one of the most controversial television productions ever made. The story begins in the treacherous waters of the Bering Sea, a place where life and death are separated by a single wave. Since its debut on April 12, 2005, Deadliest Catch has gripped audiences around the globe. The Discovery Channel's hit series follows real-life crab fishermen risking everything to catch Alaskan king and snow crabs during the perilous fishing season. From the very start, it became clear that this was no ordinary job. Every moment on the Bering Sea is a dance with danger. Massive waves, bone-chilling temperatures, and unpredictable storms threaten to claim lives at any moment. The title Deadliest Catch wasn't just for drama. It was a reflection of cold, hard reality. Crab fishing here isn't a career. It's a gamble with fate. The Bering Sea itself is a brutal stretch of ocean lying between North America and Asia, named after Danish explorer Vitus Bering. Despite its breathtaking vastness, it's infamous as a watery graveyard for countless sailors and ships. Its waves are colossal, its winds merciless, and its waters icy cold, ranging between 34 degrees and 41 degrees, even in its southern stretches. The sea's shallow tides make it even more dangerous, turning calm swells into towering breakers that can rip apart even the strongest ships. The dangers never cease. In winter, massive sheets of ice form and later break into floating chunks, turning the sea into a minefield. History has shown us, as the Titanic did, that ice at sea is nothing to take lightly. Collisions are deadly, and navigation becomes nearly impossible. Add to that the ever-shifting currents and the presence of orcas and sharks drawn by abundant marine life, and you have one of the deadliest workplaces on Earth. Despite this, brave men and women continue to risk it all, driven by the lure of a big catch and a better life. Deadliest Catch brought their world to television screens, capturing their exhaustion, courage, and camaraderie in brutal honesty. The show didn't just entertain, it revealed the emotional and physical toll of life at sea. Viewers watched as fishermen battled exhaustion, loneliness, and personal struggles, all while fighting nature's wrath for months on end. It showed what true grit looks like, and reminded audiences that only the toughest survive out there. With over 20 seasons of triumphs, heartbreaks, and tragedies, Deadliest Catch became a testament to human endurance. But beneath the surface, something darker stirred. The toll of the sea didn't just end with storms or sinking ships. Many of the show's stars faced ongoing physical and mental health issues, a pattern fans began calling the curse of the Bering Sea. The number of casualties tied to the series was shockingly high, and not all were ocean-related. Some cast members battled addiction, illness, or even ended up behind bars. Others simply vanished from public life after tragedy struck. It was as if the sea demanded payment for every secret revealed on camera. Among the survivors of its wrath was fisherman D-Land Dean Gribble Jr., whose story captured headlines across the nation. On December 31, 2019, Gribble set out on the Scandies Rose for another crabbing season. What began as a routine voyage turned into a nightmare. The vessel struck floating ice that punctured its starboard side and sent it sinking into the freezing depths. Of the 7 crew members aboard, only 2 survived, Gribble and John Lawler, who managed to climb into a life raft and were rescued by the Coast Guard. The rest, including the captain and his son, were lost forever. Afterward, Gribble took time away to recover from the trauma before returning to safer waters, sharing his fishing tales under the name King Crabba online. His survival story served as a grim reminder of how quickly life can change on the Bering Sea. For years, Deadliest Catch offered viewers a raw, thrilling look into one of the world's most dangerous jobs. It showcased humanity's resilience and our relentless drive to survive against nature's fury. But now, even that might not be enough to save the show. The biggest threat isn't the waves, it's the disappearance of the crabs themselves. Climate change has drastically affected crab populations, forcing the government to impose strict fishing limits to prevent extinction. Without crabs, there's no Deadliest Catch. The competition and high-stakes drama that made the series so addictive have come to a standstill. Still, many fans suspect that dwindling crab numbers aren't the only reason for the show's cancellation. The numerous deaths, arrests, and personal breakdowns among cast members have fueled rumors of a deeper curse surrounding the series. Some believe the tragedies are nature's revenge, a punishment for intruding into places not meant for human survival. Whatever the truth, Discovery may have decided that the mounting body count was too much to ignore. Few have escaped the sea's grip unscathed, but one who came close was Captain Scott Campbell, Jr. Born into a family of fishermen, Campbell's bond with the ocean ran deep. Joining Deadliest Catch in Season 7 as captain of the Seabrook, his sharp instincts and fearless energy quickly made him a fan favorite. Fishing was more than a job for him. It was a legacy, a link between past and present. But even he wasn't immune to the toll. Chronic back pain forced him to step away from the brutal work he loved, marking yet another reminder that in the Bering Sea, every victory comes at a price. Deadliest Catch wasn't just about catching crabs, it was about chasing survival itself. But now, with secrets exposed, declining wildlife, and the growing toll on its cast, the show that once celebrated human courage may have finally met its match. The Bering Sea, it seems, always takes back what it gives. The brutal combination of physical strain and mental stress from crab fishing in the Bering Sea eventually took its toll. Sitting for endless hours inside a cramped wheelhouse, waiting for a catch or clinging to the boat for dear life in the middle of violent storms became a test of endurance that few could handle indefinitely. For Campbell, Jr., these conditions gradually made it clear that his time aboard the fishing vessel was nearing its end. The work that once fueled his passion had become painfully difficult, and after Season 10, he reached his breaking point. Fans were heartbroken when he decided to leave, feeling that a spark had dimmed from the show. Over the years, he had built a strong fan base, with many considering him one of the best crab fishermen ever featured. For a while, it appeared that his health issues had permanently pulled him away from the sea and the life he loved. Yet, as the show faced uncertainty and even rumors of cancellation, fans began to speculate about the real reason behind his departure. Was it truly just an ordinary ailment, or was it something deeper? Perhaps the mythical Bering Sea gods warning him to stay away from their treacherous waters. But Campbell Jr. wasn't one to give up easily. Defying expectations, he returned in Seasons 16 and 17, first on the Seabrook and later aboard the Lady Alaska. Even while on shore, his entrepreneurial spirit kept him moving. He became the CEO of Cordova Coolers, later renamed Cordova Outdoors, an Idaho-based company that produces premium coolers, drinkware, and accessories. After stepping down in 2018, he launched another venture in 2023, Beaver Creek Firewood, proving once again that his drive and resilience extended far beyond the sea. While some fishermen experience the so-called curse of the Bering Sea early in their careers, others seem to escape it, only to face grim realities later in life. One of the show's most legendary figures, Captain Wild Bill Wichrowski, embodies this narrative. A true icon of both Deadliest Catch and the real-world crab fishing industry, Wild Bill joined the series in 2015. With his remarkable navigation skills and fearless leadership, he quickly became a fan favorite. His ability to think fast, steer his crew out of danger, and always prioritize safety made him a standout figure in an environment where one wrong move could mean death. For years, he was seen as invincible, a man born of the sea, untouchable by its wrath. However, life had other plans. At the end of season 19 in 2023, Wieckowski received devastating news. He had been diagnosed with prostate cancer. The revelation shocked fans who had watched him defy the odds time and again, surviving storms and near-death experiences. Yet even in the face of this personal battle, Wild Bill refused to give in. Throughout season 20, he continued fishing, determined not to let the Bering Sea curse defeat him. Eventually, he stepped away from the boat to focus on his health, leading to his absence from season 21. Concerned fans feared the worst until his triumphant return in 2024. In a show of strength, he declared, "I'll keep going until I can't." By early 2025, he shared uplifting news on social media saying, "I seem to be cancer-free," with his test results showing steady improvement. His resilience and fighting spirit earned him renewed admiration from both fans and fellow fishermen. The series has also been marked by controversies beyond health scares. Josh Harris, son of the late Captain Phil Harris and brother to Jake Harris, joined Deadliest Catch in 2007 as a greenhorn aboard the Cornelia Marie. Following their father's death in 2010, the brothers became beloved fixtures of the show, representing family legacy and teamwork amid chaos. Josh's intelligence and steady demeanor won viewers over, especially during the 2020 pandemic, when he even earned his own spin-off, Deadliest Catch Bloodline. However, his reputation crumbled in 2022 when a disturbing revelation from his past surfaced. As a teenager in 1988, he had pleaded guilty to a charge involving the sexual mistreatment of a neighbor's young daughter. Once the Discovery Channel learned of this, Josh was immediately dropped from the series and his spin-off was canceled. Since then, he has disappeared from the public eye. Then there's the unbelievable case of Joshua Tell Warner, one of the strangest stories in Deadliest Catch history. Warner joined season 5 as a greenhorn on the Wizard, claiming to be new to crab fishing. But while he was learning the ropes on deck, he was also living a double life as a bank robber. Between 2007 and 2009, Warner committed multiple bank robberies in Oregon, even pulling off heists while his episodes were airing on television. His audacity stunned both fans and law enforcement. Eventually, in December 2009, he was captured and sentenced to 9 years in prison. Since then, Warner has vanished completely, with no social media presence or public sightings, leaving his current whereabouts unknown. With so much tragedy, scandal, and health-related hardship, many fans have questioned whether Deadliest Catch should finally end. The dangers of the Bering Sea are all too real, and the toll it has taken on its fishermen and their families is undeniable. Yet, the Discovery Channel continues to adapt the show, exploring new types of crab and fishing methods, including ventures into catching golden king crab and cod. In August 2025, the series returned once more, proving that neither the ocean's fury nor the weight of tragedy could keep it down. Still, debates continue. Some argue the show should be permanently canceled to protect the lives of its participants and preserve the marine ecosystem. Others point to the mounting financial burden of maintaining vessels, repairing damage from constant storms, and competing within strict government regulations, all of which have made crab fishing less profitable than before. Adding to these struggles is a generational problem. Fewer young people are choosing the dangerous life of a crab fisherman, leaving aging veterans to carry the load. As years go by, age and health challenges are catching up to them. Captain Sig Hansen, one of the show's most celebrated figures, knows this reality all too well. In 2018, he suffered a heart attack while at sea, a terrifying reminder that even the toughest fishermen are still human. Though he survived thanks to quick action from the crew, his near-death experience highlighted the physical cost of a lifetime on the water. Despite the warnings, Sig has no plans to retire. The sea is his home and he refuses to abandon it. Deadliest Catch has endured for over 20 seasons, transforming from a simple fishing show into a powerful human story, one of courage, loss, and the relentless pursuit of survival. Viewers witness the exhaustion, injuries, and emotional toll that come with the job, along with the triumph of a successful catch and the heartbreak of tragedy. These men and women laugh, cry, and face their fears daily. They aren't superheroes. They're human beings who risk everything for their calling. For them, the sea is both a battleground and a home. And as the old saying goes, fortune favors the brave. Over the years, Deadliest Catch has become more than a documentary. It's evolved into a living chronicle of human endurance, courage, and connection to the wild. Each captain and crew member who steps aboard knows that they're not just chasing crabs. They're confronting nature itself. The icy winds, roaring waves, and unpredictable storms of the Bering Sea create an atmosphere where life and death often hang by a thread. Yet for these men, the sea is not just a workplace. It's an inseparable part of their identity. Every bruise, scar, and sleepless night tells a story of survival, loyalty, and love for the craft passed down through generations. Despite the pain, losses, and endless risks, there's an unshakable pride that comes with being a crab fisherman. It's not just about the money or the fame the show brings. It's about proving oneself against one of the harshest environments on Earth. Many of the captains have spoken about the bond they share with their crew, one built on trust, sacrifice, and the understanding that every decision made at sea could mean the difference between life and death. That bond often becomes stronger than family ties, creating a brotherhood forged by salt water and steel. The tragedies that have struck the Deadliest Catch cast over the years have only strengthened this sense of unity. Whether it was the loss of beloved captains like Phil Harris or the near-fatal health scares of veterans like Sig Hansen and Wild Bill Wichrowski, the show's community has always rallied together. Fans, too, have become part of that family, supporting the fishermen through their highs and lows. For many viewers, watching Deadliest Catch is more than just entertainment. It's a reminder of resilience, a glimpse into a world where people face danger not for glory, but for survival and pride. Still, there's no denying the toll this life takes. The Bering Sea doesn't show mercy. Its waves have swallowed ships. Its storms have claimed lives, and its relentless cold has tested every ounce of strength these fishermen possess. Some of the younger generation who once dreamed of following in their father's footsteps are now turning away, unwilling to face the physical and emotional cost. With modern jobs offering safer and more stable incomes, fewer young people are willing to risk everything for a profession that could end their lives in an instant. This shift raises an unsettling question. What happens to the legacy of crab fishing when the old guard can no longer carry on? The producers of Deadliest Catch have tried to adapt to the changing times, experimenting with new species, technologies, and fishing zones. But the heart of the show has always been its people. It's their grit, humor, and humanity that keep viewers coming back season after season. Even with the mounting challenges, the show remains a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who choose the sea. Each season feels like a new chapter in an ongoing struggle between man and nature, a reminder that courage often means facing what others would run from. At its core, Deadliest Catch represents a vanishing way of life. The men and women who risk their lives out there do it not just for profit, but for heritage. Every haul of crab is a connection to history, a continuation of a centuries-old battle between humankind and the unforgiving ocean. The sound of the waves crashing against the hull, the creaking of ropes, and the fierce camaraderie among the crew remind us that adventure still exists in a world that has largely become digital and safe. Yet, with every storm weathered and every episode aired, the same question echoes louder. How much longer can this go on? The danger is real, the losses are mounting, and the sea doesn't forgive. But as long as there are brave souls willing to face its wrath, Deadliest Catch will live on, both as a show and as a symbol of human tenacity. The ocean may test them, the storms may break them, and time may weaken them, but their spirit remains unbroken, because in the end, the sea calls to them. It's in their blood, their stories, and their hearts. And for these fishermen, the true children of the sea, there will never be another place they'd rather call home.